Jared, thank you. Breaking this midday in the wake of a tragic crash at 114th and Center that killed two young brothers last week. Omaha city leaders announced changes to the traffic signal at that intersection.
Police say Tanner Hunt, a suspected drunk driver, caused the crash at 114th and Center that killed the two young boys. According to court documents, Hunt was driving eastbound on Center when he struck a westbound station wagon that was trying to turn onto 114th Street. Well, today, Omaha Mayor John Ewing said in the aftermath of the deadly wreck, city leaders have heard from residents about safety concerns at the intersection.
The city announced beginning on Thursday, left turns for eastbound and westbound traffic on West Center Road will be converted to green arrow turns at all times. And a red arrow will replace the flashing yellow arrow. The traffic department says it will monitor and adjust timings to keep traffic flowing as efficiently as possible with this added safety measure in place. In a statement, Omaha Mayor John Ewing shared his condolences with the loved ones of the boys killed in the wreck. The mayor added, quote, "As the city works to adjust physical infrastructure, we are acutely aware that safety on our streets depends heavily on the decisions made behind the wheel. We appeal to every Omahan to drive responsibly, respect speed limits, and never drive under the influence."